If you guys want to win more games, get innovative plays and updated game metas, then visit trythisplay.com and use code NOBLE at checkout for 10% off your purchases. Link is in the description. What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what we're going to be speaking about right now is chemistries and Madden 21. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna label this video the best chemistries or the best chemistries to get, because right now I'm still experimenting with these chemistries. But what I do want to talk about is the chemistries, because I know a lot of people out there are curious about, what chemistry should I use, what do they have, and so forth, right? So I want to go over it, man, because I want to let you guys know what I'm going over myself. And like I said, I'm just going over. I'm just doing what I've been doing year after year, which is go deep for my receivers and my QB, and zone run for my halfbacks, and as well as I'll put it on certain linemen and other stuff just to get the max chems out of it. So basically the two things that I like to juice up is my halfbacks and my quarterbacks, right? So I usually find the best chems that boost them up and then put them on the rest of the players. And I also do the same thing for my defense. I usually put lockdown, and then I'll put pass rush on my linemen and other people who are basically good at pass rush. And I even put them on certain cornerbacks just in order to get the full chems out of them, right? So anyways, this is what I have on Down Mourinho. I'm going to show you guys that right now so you guys can see. And if you guys want to do the same thing, you guys go ahead and do it. I have maxed out. It's not maxed out go deep. If this was the game last year and the year before that, which is Madden 20 and Madden 19, go deep was only 30 out of 30. If you put any more, it didn't make a difference. Now they got 50 components to go deep. They got 50 components to zone run and a lot of other chemistries, right? There was never 50 components before, right? So they're introducing something new to a lot of us. Are still curious on what's actually going to take place when it comes to the chemistries in Madden, because remember, John Madden has the same thing, which I'm going to be showing you right now. Look at, I got John Madden in my lineup with 2 slots unlocked, right? And I'm going to show you what he gets in a minute, and I'm going to show you what my plan is in the long run, right? Because a lot of people are talking about they don't want to get John Madden because it looking like he's not really doing much, right? A lot of people could just basically get a regular coach and do the same thing they said. But I just still think that there's more going up EA sleeve that they're not telling us. So I'm just going to be patient and continue to grind. But anyways, so with go deep, I would say go to 30 out of, to do the 30 out of 50 right now. I wouldn't do no more than that. So, because unless you just want to just go deep all the way, then that's cool. But for now, I would do like even 25 out of 50 will be good, right? Which is half of that. And then use your other abilities on other people. Right now, I got 35 out of 50. I just been putting go deep on everyone. Like I said, I haven't switched it around, but I'm most likely about to switch it all around in a moment and make sure that I help out my halfbacks also, because I want my halfbacks to be juice on the squad, because I know it does make a difference. And if you guys are asking me, do I believe that blue chems make a difference? Some people will say no. In my opinion, if it didn't make a difference, no one will be putting chemistries on their team. Honestly, I believe strongly that sprinter works. I believe strongly that a lot of these blue chem works. They might not work every single minute of the play or game and so forth, but they do work. And especially with sprinter, I do see a big difference when you have sprinter on the squad. So I don't have sprinter maxed out on my squad. I don't even have sprinter on none of my players, but best believe I will be having sprinter maxed out soon. I didn't have it right now. I wanted to get it earlier, even though it was probably about 1 million coins. But the reason why I didn't is because you have to have 40 components to get that second speed. Last year it was only 30 components. This year it's 40 components. So once I seen that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait, because that's a lot of components to add to my players to get that +2 speed. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. But some people already got them maxed out when it sprinter maxed out when it comes to having all the 40 components, 40 out of 40, right? So we'll go through that right now too. But you see right here, we get 3 throw power, 3 pass block, 3 throw accuracy, deep throw accuracy, 3 spectacular, 3 catching, plus 3 deep route run. So this is all has to do with just basically throwing the ball deep, and if your receivers are good at basically deep route run and basically just going deep in general, right? Just throwing the ball out there and getting the most out of your receivers as well as your QB when it comes to going deep. However, I do throw deep quite a bit, right? But I see majority of times I actually throw short and mid-range. What happened was I mistaken the mid-range as deep. So that's one thing I got to consider too when it comes to these chemistries. So now, me understanding that, I was like, you know what? I do like to go deep. I always used it. But I think last year the go deep actually helped out the mid accuracy. I don't know. Apparently it's not doing it this year. Maybe it didn't. But that's one thing that I actually want to get up, right? Because on Down Mourinho, I think he already has good deep accuracy, right? So I wanted to get that. I wanted to get that mid accuracy up a little bit more, especially in the 90s, because I do quite a bit throw it mid range as well as short range. So if I do, like say for instance, if I do, you're gonna be like, okay, well, what's the best chems for that? Let's go ahead and click on it. From what I looked at, I think West Coast for when it comes to mid accuracy and short route running and all this other stuff would be the spot to go to. When it comes to chems, right? Because you get +1. So the first tier, you're gonna get +1 catch, +1 pass block. Is that what that is? I don't know. Short accuracy, and short route run, right? So this other one, you get +1 mid accuracy and throw +1 throw under pressure, +1 catch in traffic, and +1 carry. So this other one right here is actually a +1 short route run, +1 pass block, and so forth, right? So as you can see right here, mid accuracy. So this right here, I might end up going with West Coast just based on the fact that it actually got the chems that I actually use the most, or the qualities, or the qualities that I actually use the most when it comes to my QB, right? And especially my receivers. Last year was go deep. That's a lot of people just they'll send their receiver on a post, whatever like that, and throw it as far as you can. And I still do that. Don't get me wrong, I do that, but I haven't used those plays as much as I did last year. Like I'm doing a lot of different stuff this year that I didn't do last year when it comes to my game plan and everything else, right? Because the game's structured differently. Even though a lot of those plays probably still work, I do things differently now. So I might go with West Coast, and if I do, I'm gonna update you on that. But like I said, this is gonna be like a little series, somewhat like Chemistry 101 or whatever. I don't even know what I'm gonna name it yet, but apparently it'll be in the title as soon as you guys watch this video, or when you guys watching this video already, you guys already see what his name, right? But because I want to actually little by little go through the chemistries until I get it right, and then we'll do it with the best chems, because people are gonna come out here and be like, this is the best chems to look at right now. No one technically, I can't even say really knows, right? Because there's so much going on in the game. What I would like to see in Madden on these receivers, honestly, on these cards, is basically them being able to get two different chems. Like for instance, 2 slots open up, they'll be able to get West Coast, and they'll be able to get go deep. That would change the game if they do that on certain cards, right? But apparently they're not doing it right now. I would also do zone run, but I'm not gonna do zone run on Down Mourinho, of course, because he's my QB. But I would actually do it on my halfback, because you get 1+1, a 1+ spin, 1+ juke, and like it basically does the most for your actual halfback, that I believe, right? Carry everything, right? Run block, it does the most. So I'm gonna end up start working on that. Now let's go to the defense real quick, because I spoke a lot. I know I just didn't speak on the offense. I spoke about other chems too, like sprinter and everything else. So just to let you guys know. So on my defense right now, I'm working on lockdown, right? I'm working on lockdown. That's the first thing I like to max out, because it actually works. It's more effective with most of my players on defense, right? The main thing that I like to have pass rush on is my D line, right? So there's only a few players on D line. Everyone else is cornerbacks, safeties, middle linebackers, and so forth, right? So that's why I go for lockdown first, to try to at least, you want to be able to at least max out one of your chemistries at first, just to make your defense much more effective. But once you have more players, or more ability to basically work with multiple chems and be able to place multiple chems on other positions to max them out, then you go ahead and work on other chems. Right now, I would tell you guys to focus on one chem at least, because you ain't got that many players you're able to get ×2 chems on your squad. So on defense, if you're able to get 25 at a 50 lockdown instead of 10 out of 10 lockdown and 10 out of 10 pass rush, I would encourage you to focus on one first to get the most out of your squad, right? And that's what I did right here. As you can see, I got 3 catching, 3 zone, 3 press, 3 tackle, 3 player rec, and 2 man, right? Because that does help out my squad more instead of just having a little bit of pass rush and a little bit of lockdown. So I will do that. So you got balance D2. I wouldn't work on that. It's like it's gonna be a little bit of everything. Your players are gonna be everywhere with it. So I wouldn't do that. Run stuff, same thing. I don't feel you don't get much out of it in my opinion. We already went over lockdown. Pass rush is where it's at on your second chems to work for. As you could tell, you get what's this? 1 power move, 1 catching, 1 for what's it going on here? Okay, hold on. There we go. This is acting up. Anyways, one catch, 1 finesse move, 1 power move, stuff like that. 1 catching, 1 finesse move. So basically adds everything that 1 awareness, everything that you need for your D line, right? So that's what but like I said, that's the second thing that I work on. Once I wouldn't say maxed out lockdown, because like I said, 50 components is a lot, but I would say at least have 25-30. Once you have 25-30, as you can tell right here, I will start working on your pass rush when it comes to your defense. But if you're like, you know what, I just want everyone to be balanced out, then to get balanced D for now, if that's the case, right? Because it gives you a little bit of everything. The thing is that it won't boost up your squad that much to where you'll see certain overalls boosted up more, which would actually show you that hey, my players are actually really boosting up because I focus more on 1 chem. That's the only thing I like about that. Run stuff, it's cool when it comes to like apparently stopping the run, right, and actually boosting up those chems. It would actually be cool to put on your D line, but I'm more about pass rush. Like I said, I'm more about pass rush, like actually making it happen out there, breaking through and sacking the quarterback. So if anything, I would work on pass rush because I think that would be much more effective. You know what I mean? But let's go. I'm gonna go over here to John Madden because I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about when it comes to that, and then overall I'm gonna let you guys know my plans. All right, so here we go. We got John Madden in the lineup. So this is what John Madden gets right now. Look at, I opened up his slots. All he gets is times. He don't even get. I could tell if he would have got like times 10 go deep, then I'd be like, okay, I'm cool. I'm happy with what John Madden is able to get. But he only gets times 2. That's the most he gets. And then he opens a defensive slot with the second slot that I opened up with the collectible that I got. He only gets times 2, right? Yeah. So this is the way I look at it. I'm not looking at it negative, right? I'm looking at it actually positive. Like, you know what? I'm assuming right now the EA is releasing all these, right? So you could get the like go deep and other stuff right here, and then maybe even sprinter right here. That's probably going to be. And I think when the other collectibles come out, I think they're going to be more juice. I think it's going to be like the original collectibles that were happening in Madden 20 and 19, where they actually, boosts up your whole squad when it comes to like, it doesn't matter if it's offense or defense. I think that's what's going to happen on the next one. That's what I believe. That's why I'm going to continue to open them. Some people will be like, hey, I'm not going to get John Madden. It don't seem to make a difference. I'm going to let other people do it. Let them be the guinea pig to see what happens. Well, guess what? I'm going to be that guinea pig because all my trophies are going to go towards John Madden, and I'm going to take that leap of faith for you guys, and I'm going to show you what I'm able to get out of this, because if it is what I believe, meaning that I believe this year when it comes to chemistries, we're going to be able to get the most out of chemistries. I think we're going to be able to do a lot more with these chemistries. And because of that, I'm going to take the leap of faith and get every John Madden collectible I'm able to get, and boost up all the chems I'm able to get to show you guys what we get out of this, right? So that's what I'm going to go about doing right now. But anyways, that's what it is when it comes to chemistries. I wanted to go over them with you guys, give you my opinion on them, and let you know my honest opinion right now. Yeah, I have somewhat of what I'm working on right now is go deep. Then I'm gonna work on zone run, and then I'm gonna work on lockdown on defense, and then I'm gonna work on pass rush. But right now I'm reconsidering go deep, right? Like I told you guys, and I might use West Coast and let you guys. Once I do use West Coast, I will make a video on it, and I will show you what it does in my team, and I will try it out to see if it makes a difference. Because when it comes to mid accuracy, I'm gonna lie, John Elway, he does kind of overthrow it, and he does do some funny stuff. Go deep, he actually pretty much on point when it comes to that, passing pretty deep out there. But when that mid accuracy, I'm starting to see a difference. So I might use the West Coast instead. But like I said though, I'm gonna make videos here and there on chemistries and show you what works and what don't work. But right now, I will say the go deep does work. Zone run would work. Lockdown definitely works, and pass rush, right? But like I said, I will experience other chems just to see what's up. But right now, this is what I'm working with. If you guys want to know, if you guys want to try them out, you see. And it boosted up my squad. It boosted up AJ Terrell to 85. It boosted up Xavier Woods 1+ overall, but on my Cowboy team, he's actually 86, so it boosted him up 2 overalls. So it actually boosted Sam Mills up to a 95 because of lockdown. Byron Jones went up 2 overalls because of the lockdown, right? So a lot of my squad went up because of it, and Down Mourinho went up overall because of go deep. Same thing with Adrian Johnson, Andre Johnson. You already know he's an 89, but with blue chems because of go deep, he went up to a 90. So a lot of my squad went up because of these chems, so they actually do work. I will say that. But to say they're the best, I won't know until little by little I start to work on them, experience with them, and see what actually works more and what works less, you know. So anyways, I'm gonna leave it right here. I just want to give you guys my take on chemistries. Let me know what chemistries are working for you, which ones you think are the best, and if they're working good for you, I might consider them, put them on my squad. But just know that I think Sprinter right now is the best. I will get that later on once again. It always works out, but like I said, it's a lot of coins and a lot of work to put them on. So I'll probably work on that within a month or two maybe, and boost my squad, because I can't wait to do that. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it right here. If you guys like seeing what you seen, drop a like. If you guys need sub to the channel, there will be more great amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm out.